The address is 1265 Lombardi Avenue. The place is known as Titletown. Welcome inside legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. That's Brandon McManus to get this one underway. And we're underway at legendary Lambeau Field. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs.
Jahmyr Gibbs, the Lions ball carrier. He was brought down at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 5. Once again, it's Gibbs. Has an opening past the 40. And he'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield. They get 21. On that one, good for a Lions first down.
1st and 10 at the
Watch the running back's patience here, Mike. He's slow, and then he hits it. That's the key here. If he goes too fast, their linemen aren't ready yet. Really well executed. Great run.
A first carry now for Rico Dowdle. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
They'll work just shy of midfield on 2nd and 9. On play action, Mayfield. That one incomplete. Good job. Pittsburgh there separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
3rd down and 9. From the gun, it's Mayfield. That one on target to Williams. He's got it.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
On the ground, this is Gibbs. And a pickup of 3 or maybe 4. Zadarius Smith, the linebacker, in on the stop.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Packers' 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 6. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 10 yards. 1st down, Detroit.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage, mix in the runs with the pass, and if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
And he's going to be marked out of bounds down at the 3. That is a gain of 20. What a chance now. First and goal coming up. Great chance to make an early statement here on the road. It is first and goal. Dowdle. And that play took a little long to develop. They stopped it for no gain at the full.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
And that play took a little long to develop. They stopped it for no gain at the full.
Give credit to this defense, Mike. Their back's against the wall, and they're standing tall so far. Nothing on those first 2 runs. We'll see what the offense has in store now as they bring up third down.
Big play coming up. Third and goal. He's got it at the 3.
I think you got to go for it here, Mike. They've had this impressive opening drive where they've marched their way all the way down into the red zone, and the last thing you want to do here is settle for 3. This is the chance. Set the tone for the rest of the game, and let's see what they dial up here on fourth down.
So, trying to make a statement on this opening drive. Gonna go for it on fourth and goal. And this will pay off. It is caught. Amon-Ra, safe ground. Touchdown, Lions.
And this is certainly what they've wanted to do all season long, and it's a huge reason, Mike, for this winning streak. Their ability to jump teams early and play with a lead. Everything is so much easier for the coach, for the offense, for the defense. Playing with a lead in the NFL is the ultimate position to be in.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
Let's go. 52 Blues.
Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he's able to fight through one tackle here and pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Second down throw for Love. The catch is made. This is Tucker Kraft. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Here's 3rd and 2.
Here we go. Hut.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Open man, right side, he's got it. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun. And he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Here we go. Set. Black 40. 43 rail. Ready.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Just refusing to go down. He winds up with a gain of 7.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Ready, ready. 50, green. 22 needle. Go. Ready, ready.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
We spent so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage, but when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
Third down, 3 to go.
Here we go. Here we cut.
From the gun, it's Love. And that is incomplete. Trying to get it to Savion Williams there. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Forced the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
On the double.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
Let's go. Stay.
Here's Love. Open is Kraft. He's got it. And he's going to have the Packers' 1st down. That'll wind up a gain of 11 on 4th down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Ready. Cut.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. He's taken down just shy of the 10. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another 1st down.
Well, here he is just taking over this drive from the running back spot. And frankly, Mike, any time the secondary and defensive backs are making a lot of tackles downfield, you know the offensive line's doing their job up front, and we can see the results.
That is caught, and they continue to churn out 1st down. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
That's good for a Packers 1st down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. It's the Lions who have the early lead. And we're back at Lambeau Field in just a moment. We begin quarter number 2. The Packers have the football as they go to work on 1st and goal. Back to throw is Love. And he's in. Tucker Kraft. Touchdown Packers. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he's down at 23, and that's where the offense will take over. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Now a pass deep for St. Brown. And that is incomplete contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down. So on 4th down, the Lions send out Jack Fox to punt. This brought him out past the 20.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Set, ready, punt.
Love to throw on first and 10. That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. That's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
On comes the Packers punting team. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free.
Their own 23-yard line.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. Finding room at the 35. And he's out of bounds, up close to the 45-yard line. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Throwing on second down, Mayfield. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass ball's incomplete.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked, and with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
That one out wide to Gibbs. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on fourth down. They'll go. Mayfield. That's taken in. Down the sideline. And he's into the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback, they get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
For the return, it's Keyshawn Nixon. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready, punt.
On the ground. ground, and Jacobs to start the drive. Good physical run. It'll wind up as a gain of 5.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 4.
Here we go. Set.
Once again, it's Jacobs. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Set. Hut. Hut. Hut.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's caught by Golden, right side. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up the first down.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays.
Okay, right.
If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
That's over the middle and intercepted. It's the linebacker, Jack Campbell. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Understanding the coverage shells of cover 2 is critical, especially for the linebackers, Mike. They're responsible for those underneath zones. There is some vulnerability to this coverage unit if you don't have guys who understand their assignments. But I'll tell you what, this guy definitely was paying attention in meetings because he was in the right place at the right time, and he's able to come away with the big pick.
2nd down and 8. It's a toss play, left to Gibbs. He's got room to the 45. Down the sideline, inside the 25. And they finally bring him down, but he gets it to the red zone. Brings it inside the 20. A long one from Gibbs. 52 yards.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
Run.
On the ground, it's Dowdle. And strong running indeed. Inside the 10-yard line, a gain of 9 on the carry.
This offensive line continues to be very physical at the point of attack. They've been able to give their backs plenty of room to run. That's why they've already eclipsed the century mark here in the opening half.
Point it right.
They hand it to Gibbs. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
Mike, these are the spots that if I was a play caller, I think I'm calling up something down the field. You know the defense is really packed in tight, anticipating a run. Now's the time, play action and throw it over their head. They take a little bit more of a conservative approach, still get stopped for no gain, brings up 3rd and short.
And he's going to have a Lions first down. At least it appears that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
First and goal.
The Lions call their first timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in half number 1. They've got it at the 8 First down and goal. Now Mayfield. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And he's in! Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. Second touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5.
You know, he spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. Now let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half.
And I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials, indicating let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. Gibbs. And he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is third and goal. Now here's a timeout. They're going to take it with 8 seconds remaining until the break. From a yard farther back, it's third and goal. Here's Mayfield. He'll try to hit him with a screen. So we reach the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This fielded at about the 9. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line.
At their own 34-yard line.
On the double. 43 rounds. 60 seconds.
They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. Ooh, some hitting going on now. He was rocked right at the line of scrimmage.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
Throwing on second down, Love. That's over the middle and intercepted. It's the linebacker, Jack Campbell. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
6-yard pickup.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. Oh, a loose football. And the Packers have recovered the football.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes...
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Mayfield. They'll try to set up the screen here. Whoa! The elusiveness on display there. Nifty footwork setting up first and goal.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Ball sitting on the 3. It is first down and goal. Go with their fullback trying to get it. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on first and second down. The last thing you want is to be in third and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's third and goal. That is caught by the tight end, Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Lions. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
At their own 28-yard line.
Okay, ready? Let's go now. Left, 95. Hut, hut.
Love to throw it on first down. Quick slant into the hands of Golden. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for a Packers first down.
52 blaster.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Set.
On first and 10, here's Love. Oh, fine work there defensively. Got that hand in there. That pass is incomplete. He was trying to connect with Matthew Golden that time. And it'll bring up second down.
You know, so far throughout the game, we've seen him make a lot of plays in the run game, but now he shows that he can hold his own in coverage as well. Really nice job there by the linebacker, making an impact in the passing game.
We'll try again. It's second and 10.
Set.
Back to the air, it's Love. He'll get this one out to Jacobs. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
It's a gain of 5.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
From the gun, on third down, it's Love. And that is incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Chidobe Awuzie. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
You know, what I'm seeing play out there right now, Mike, is just a frustrated offense playing on tilt. And on the other side of the ball, I'm seeing a defense that's happily taking advantage of these decisions. I mean, how else do you explain 3 consecutive drives that result in a pick? I mean, each mistake just feeds the next. It feeds frustration. And all at the same time, it's leading to questionable throws and easy picks.
And He skips away nicely for that first defender. It's a pickup of 5.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 4. Gets this one into the hands of Dewan Jennings. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. 20 yards on that pass play. Good for a Lions first down.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Detroit.
On the handoff, this is good. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Now a stoppage, we have an injured Lion. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Here's a carry for Dowdle. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
3rd and 2. Here we go.
180. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. And he's going to have a Lions first down. It's a gain of 6 on 3rd and 3.
Good for a Lions first down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Here's a run. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
From the gun, it's Mayfield. To the goal line and in. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Touchdown, Detroit. His 2nd catch of the game. And both have gone for touchdowns. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
No problem there on the extra point, and the Lions will extend this 3rd quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now. Ready.
On 1st and 10, here comes Jacobs. And he'll take this past the 30. A gain of 6, mark it at the 31.
Down at the 31.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
They'll run with Jacobs. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Ready. 33. Yellow. Set.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Right side and brought in by Williams. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter.
Second and 4. At the
So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. From the 42-yard line, here's second and 4.
Ready.
Here's Love. Pass, pop, it's Golden. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Room to maneuver at the 35. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. They'll come up here first and 10.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
From the gun, it's Love. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. From the 24 now, here's second and 8.
At the Lions' 24-yard line.
Now Love. Oh, looking end zone, but it is out of the reach of the receiver and incomplete. Tucker Kraft was the intended receiver there. And third down coming up.
I could sit up here all day, Mike, and we could talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
Ready.
To throw is Love. And for the fourth time today, he has been intercepted. That's the linebacker, Derek Carr.
It makes sense to try to push the ball downfield, Mike, and go to the air when you find yourself trailing by this deficit. But it also makes you very predictable. You see the defense, they're in nickel personnel, extra defensive backs on the field. It gets that much harder to throw when the defense knows it's coming.
They'll run with Dowdle. And a good tackle out wide will hold them to a gain of just 3.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, keeps this to a modest gain at best.
So, from the 26-yard line, here is second down and 7.
Run. 180. What's up?
On play action, the pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Rashawn Gary gets him for a loss of 7. And now it's third down. Mayfield. Here's a screen coming for Dowdle. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. So it's going to bring up fourth down. Now it looks like we have an injured Packer player on the field. Here's the Lions punt team now. And he's on to punt for just the second time in this game. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there.
At their own 29-yard line.
go. Here we go. Red 38. Set.
Love to throw on 1st and 10. There's a short one caught by Kraft. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend, make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
At the 40-yard line.
Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. That one reeled in by Golden. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
Ready.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Let's go. Ready.
Love. That complete to Jacobs. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44 now. Here's 2nd and 4.
Set. Hut.
Here's Love. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. It's the linebacker, Jack Campbell. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the goal line. Nearly a pick 6, but he does set up the offense with 1st and goal.
So often, Mike, defenders are just happy the ball ends up in his hands, but not this guy. I mean, the catch was one thing, but then the party really got started. I mean, look at this return. He gets one block. He gets another. He's got teammates springing him all over the field, and this offense is lucky. This didn't go all the way back for a pick 6.
A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal.
From the 1, 2nd and goal. It's the quarterback with a sneak. And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Baker Mayfield. Touchdown, Lions. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Packers 6.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Nixon on the return. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Set.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And a hard-earned yard as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
Now it looks like we have an injured Packer player on the field. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. Here comes 3rd and 6.
Down. Blue, 32. Set, huh?
Back to throw is Love. That'll be caught. It's Tyler Algier. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
And he's down inside the 40-yard line. That one good for 29.
Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Hut, hut.
Love to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7.
Ready. Black, 95. Hut, hut.
We'll go play action with Love. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice game to his tight end.
And it looks like he's going to have a first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
First down.
Here we
1st
go.
and 10 at the 24-yard
10,
line.
Black. Hut.
Throwing is Love. Got his man at the 6. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. We do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play.
At this stage of the game, the score is really irrelevant. You want to try to build something positive towards the end of this game, and I think that score will help do just that.
Now Love getting the Packers set for this 2-point try.
The Packers will set
They'll throw out of the gun. That's pulled in, and they're able to tack on the 2-point conversion.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. From the 6, here comes a return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Now Dowdle. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
In order for you to be able to operate out of this 4-3 style defense, Mike, the key is your defensive tackles, their ability to penetrate, their ability to be game wreckers. That's exactly what we saw here, his ability to get back there, make the stop at the line of scrimmage, keep it to no gain.
So a win.